I required the Bill family to vacate the primary bedroom when my family visited our vacation house. That apartment isn't really a vacation house. It's my grandmother's place in Taipei, third generation in my family, and 2 years ago I bought my parents out of their share, so it could never get sold out from under us. My husband's younger brother Owen and his wife Priya were struggling back then. Owen got laid off, Priya was 7 months pregnant, and they had nowhere stable to land. So we told them to move in, rent-free, no end date, just get back on your feet. Every year my family flew back to visit. I'd message Priya months ahead and ask them to move into the second bedroom so my parents could take the primary. The first time, they dragged their feet for weeks before answering. My husband finally called Owen and reminded him whose apartment it was, and that we were doing him a favor. After that, they always said yes, grudgingly, but yes. This year my husband and I couldn't go. Work was insane for both of us, but my parents still wanted to make the trip, like they do every year to see old friends and visit my grandmother's grave. I gave Priya the dates back in January, 6 months notice. She texted back a thumbs up and said no problem. My mom called me last Tuesday from Taoyuan Airport, almost midnight their time, exhaustion in her voice before she even finished a sentence. Together, Owen had texted her that afternoon saying they had friends staying with them that week, and could my parents just take the home office instead? He'd already set up a pull-out couch. My parents are 71 and 74. They'd just gotten off a 13-hour flight. My dad has a bad hip and can't sleep sitting up. They didn't want a scene at midnight, and didn't want to blow up my relationship with my in-laws over a bedroom, so they got in a taxi and checked into a business hotel 2 blocks away instead. My mom sent me a photo of the room so I wouldn't worry. Small, beige, a kettle on the desk. She said don't make a big thing of it. I made a big thing of it. I called my husband first, then sat on our kitchen floor shaking, because if I called Owen myself I'd say something I couldn't take back. My husband called him instead, on speaker so I could hear. Owen gave the same excuse again, said his friends were only staying 4 more nights, said my parents could have squeezed onto the pullout too. My husband asked one question, whose name is on the deed? Owen didn't have an answer. My husband told him he had until the end of the month to move his whole family out. Within the hour I had 4 voice messages from Priya, calling me heartless and controlling, saying I was punishing a family with a toddler over 1 room for 1 week. My mother-in-law called crying, begged us to give them some grace, said Owen was still finding his footing. I didn't respond to any of it. I let my husband handle every message, because I already knew how I'd respond and it wouldn't have been kind. 2 days later my husband flew out to deal with the move out himself, since Owen had stopped answering calls about actual dates. At the building, the doorman, who's known our family for years, mentioned that the tenants had guests rolling suitcases in and out almost every week. My husband thought that was strange for 2 people who'd told us 6 months ago they still couldn't afford their own place. So that night, sitting in his old childhood bedroom, he typed the address into Agoda just to see. There it was, a listing called Cozy Family Homestay near Da'an Park. 4 bedrooms, sleeps 8, 43 reviews, 4.8 stars. My grandmother's room was the hero photo, freshly made bed and all. Priya's face showed up in 3 guest reviews, smiling over dumplings with tourists. They'd been renting the apartment out for over a year, 3,200 new Taiwan dollars a night, on a place they paid nothing for. The friends who bumped my 71-year-old parents into a home office were paying guests who'd booked 6 weeks out. My husband didn't yell. He printed the listing at the 7-Eleven downstairs, walked back up, and set it on the counter between them. He told them the locks were being changed Friday morning, and the movers were already booked for Thursday, packed or not. Owen tried to say it was just a little extra cash here and there. My husband called a locksmith right there and booked the 8 a.m. slot. And Priya started crying, said they had nowhere to go on such short notice. My husband said that wasn't his problem anymore, and reminded her they'd been running a business out of a home they didn't pay a cent for, while his own parents slept in a hotel room he paid for that night. Then he picked up his suitcase, told them to leave the keys on the counter Thursday, and checked into his own hotel 2 streets over. By Friday, the locksmith sent my husband a photo of the new keys on the counter, next to the old set Owen had left behind. The listing came down that same day.